Baruch chapter 2 verse 1. Therefore the Lord have made good on his word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judge Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon us great plagues such as never happened under the whole heaven.
And the reason why the Heavenly Father decided to bring plagues upon us is very plain and simple. As it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the beginning of adultery was spiritual fornication. I might be saying it backwards. You know, we were worshiping idols, man. You know, we were going off and following the heathen nations and things that they were doing. You know, and it's nothing changed to this day. Our people, we're still, as a nation, worshiping these as the brothers call it, holidays, man. You know, you celebrating Christmas and birthdays and so on and so forth. You know, these are idols. This is why we're in this current condition, man, because we're not following the Heavenly Father as a nation, man. He said he has made his word good against our princes and kings, because they, you know, you have a lot of men that are supposed to be men of renown that are not, you know, they're not leading people, leading our people in the correct direction, man.
Jake want to be everything except a Jake, you know? They want to be an American, they want to be a Muslim, they want to be a Christian, they want to be, you know what I'm saying, Egyptians or Africans. No Negro, Latino, Native American wants to be a Hebrew Israelite, which is your true nation. Which is why we're in this position that we're in this day. Which is why we're on the bottom. Which is why when the Lord comes back, 2/3 of these people are going to get put to death.
I got to back you up. A couple of them. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know.
Israel doth not know. Okay? A dog know who his owner is. A cat know. A cat can go out. Little ass cavalier.
Cherry juice on her.
She's just letting her soul glow out. But a cat can roam the streets all day and night, but know where to go back to go home. Even an ox is said. But Jake don't know the source of their lineage.
It says, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
They don't care. They don't even consider. It's not even in the running. No, who are we? Number one, first thing they'll say, we Egyptian. They want to go back to Egypt, or they'll say Africa in general, like Africa is just one tribe of people. Or, you know, they might think they got a little bit of knowledge. They say, well, we're Moors, you know. But the Moors are just Muslim Israelites. They were Israelites who started following Islam. You know, but nobody wants to say that we are the people of the Bible. But then when you ask them what color was YAHAWASHI, who they ignorantly called Jesus, they say, oh, well, he was black. But you can't put two and two together. Because your mind has been blocked. How BAHASHAM has blocked your mind from getting basic knowledge like that. It's not for you.
It's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahawah, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with their covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
That's right, man. You're covering yourself with every winning doctrine except for, you know, the true scriptures, you know, led by the spirit and the power of YAHAWASHI. You want to be a Christian. You want to be a 5%er. You want to be a Muslim. You want to be a Catholic or an atheist.
And the script, and on top of all that, the scriptures, just to further compliment what the brother said. The scriptures say, "Oh Israel, happy are ye with the things that are pleasing to me that are made known unto you." Your heritage is right here in the scriptures. Your history is right here in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And then you see things play out right in front of you, like the scripture said in Isaiah 1. You don't consider. So that shows the strong delusion and the veil that YAHAWASHI put over the eyes of 2/3 of our people, man. Because it's not like you can clearly see what's going on. You just don't want to accept it, or you don't want to roll with it. Because you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why we say 2/3 are going to be put to death, man. And Lord willing, we're not a part of that number, man, because we were at a point in time those same people. You know, it says that they may add sin to sin. That's why they don't. That's why most of our people don't come to their Heavenly Father. It's too strict. There's too many rules. You know, you have to have morals. You have to have. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't want to do that, man. They want to continue to carry on with whatever they got going on in their lives, man. And if it conflicts, they don't like it. So that was it to that. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna finish it. It says, verse 2. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
That's right, man. You put more faith in the government than you do the man of the Lord or YAHAWASHI. You rather, you know, get one of these programs, food stamps, Section 8, which is gonna lead you to the chip, opposed to putting your faith in YAHAWASHI. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all gonna boil down to.
So Romans,
when you got that option to either have faith in the Lord and go without, or take that chip so that you can feed your family, people gonna break, they gonna fold. Because they've been dependent on, like you said, the shadow of Egypt. They've been dependent on the government. So in that day, when the government gives you that ultimatum, you can go over to your bread and butter that. They've been taking care of me. I got 5 kids. They've been helping me with my child support. They've been giving me WIC and ADC and Section 8 and car vouchers. Yo, what's going pandemic, EBT benefits, all type of stuff. Our people are so used to, and you know, we getting kind of off, but you know what I'm saying, the spirit of soul, so you know, they set it up to kick the man out the home, to separate and divide our people, so that they can become your man, the government's your man, so now you're under the rule of the government. You're not under the rule of a real man, because a real man would be like, nah, fuck that shit. We ain't taking no chip. I get out here and I'll do whatever we need to do, but a woman, they need security. And that government's gonna give them security in that day. When they say, look, take this chip, all money's gonna be on this chip, you can't live without it, you know what I'm saying? Very few and far between women are not gonna take that chip, because of the fact it's not taking the chip is gonna leave hella room out there in their mind to wonder for security's sake. Women want to guarantee. They don't like to start from the bottom that we hear. Like even when women choose men, they don't start the race. They go to the finish line and then they look for a man at the finish line. Yeah.
And you know, like the brother, like the other brother here in the camp, he sent the video through the WhatsApp, you know, showing how they said it was a temperature check, but you see how the first couple of people that scanned their right arm or their forehead, they were women. They were women, you know. So Esau is already getting people familiar with this chip. So when it's, you know, he's already getting people used to the chip's been around, man. You know, the chip's been around, but like the brother's making mention of, there's going to be a time where it's down to choose the side. Is this what you're going to do, or are you going to serve the Lord? You know, and we know the answer, man. No, I want to get this precept real quick though, based on what you were saying.
Yeah.
This is Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, and in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. You know, and that's the same what our people do today. They say, oh, you need to go ahead, go get you a couple jobs, go get you a diploma, you know, go get you a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a license. You know, and to pretty much follow after the ordinances of this place, man. You know, you have to go to school from, depending on what you want to go to school for, from 2 to 10 years, man, in order to be certified. And a lot of times, a lot of people can't even get into those fields afterwards.
Yeah.
Man.
And now you in debt.
Yeah, the fucking school loans and all. You know, now you got to pay all this back, and now you're worse than when you started, man. You know, and this is why they said it. And this is the same as today, man. Nothing has changed, man. It says, "For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." You know, since and that's when you mentioned that with the government assistance that's today. You know, people are very, very dependent on it, which is nothing wrong with having this shit. There's nothing wrong with when you're fully dependent on it. When you're fully dependent on it, man, like we read in Isaiah, that trust and that is going to be your shame and confusion.
Exactly. Because like you said, it's not wicked in the sense of, you know, everybody needs some help. If I could get food stamps, you think I wouldn't take them motherfuckers? But the difference is, as soon as they said, well, you got to take this chip there in order to keep those food stamps, or you got to go against your morals, then that's when it's over. Well, it was good while it lasted.
Hey, that's anybody that follows YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity knows when to cut that BS off, man. It's either salvation or damnation. At this point, you know, and I choose salvation. Fuck that. It's not worth it, man. You know, and that's why we constantly preach these prophecies. That's why we constantly bring the same things out over and over, because this word is sure. These words are not going to fail. You know, and the brother there, which brother was that? Actually, the pops from Des Moines, man. He did a beautiful lesson, and he made mention of specifically. It's a small thing, but it's very significant. Is that the word of the Lord will constantly repeat itself. The word of the Lord is not going to ever change, man. Why? Because he says from generation to generation, this is the same word that our fathers were supposed to keep. It's that same word reserved unto today, according to 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, the 7th verse, man.
Because what it's doing is locking it in. You know, if you hear something over and over and over again, you tend to remember it. It's like I was at my daughter's school, you know, and the chick her name was, I ain't gonna say her name, but it was a difficult name to remember. But I said it 3 times, so okay, now I remember it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lock it in. Or even like when you're breeding dogs. When you're breeding dogs, you know, you breed for certain characteristics. So, and some people will do a line breed where they'll like take a mom and put it to a son or something like that, which you can do, but that's a whole nother topic. But it's because you want to lock in those characteristics. Exactly. You repeat, you know. So when those puppies have, or when that litter is born, you know, you wanted that big head, you wanted that you know, stiff chest, all that. Now that's locked in because it was a dominant characteristic, and the mom was a dominant in the puppy. So now that's locked in. So when any of those puppies have puppies, those characteristics will be prevalent. And that's the way the scriptures are. It's going to say, I only chose Israel. Israel's my only begotten. It's going to keep saying it over and over and over. It's going to lock it in. It's going to bang it through your forehead, which is why when John 3:16 comes up, you know, we know who it's talking to. I shouldn't have to say it again because I already locked it in and said it to you 35, 45, 50 times. I just want to get this one scripture, and then we can get back to the regularly scheduled program. Because, you know, as we said, you got to choose a side. This is Joshua chapter 24, starting at verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. Because the Most High, He has certain laws and things that were set up. You know, in this day and age, that's why a lot of people say, oh, that's the Bible days. Because some things were cruel. You know, if you had a disobedient child, well, you could take him before the priest, and y'all would stone him. You know, same with adultery and so on and so forth. These things are cruel, and that's serving the Lord in righteousness. You You know, and we keep those same ordinances, and to this day, like, oh Lord, God wouldn't do that, my God wouldn't do that. Which is saying what? It's evil for you to serve the Lord, man. This is how we're able to make a clear distinction. You know, and just real quick, the Apostle Gabar, he did a video going over the people that say only God can judge me. You know, and he went into it, and really it's the word that's judging. All right, and I bring that up is because the Most High put a spirit on us to be able to discern these things through the scriptures.
Yeah.
This is why we know who don't want to serve the Lord. This is how we know if somebody's sincere. You know, through the word, because we don't know nothing. We don't know a goddamn thing. The scriptures will teach us everything. That's why it says the things are written aforetime were written for our learning.
And your actions is going to either condemn you or, you know, confirm you. Whether the gods of your father, whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
That's it. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's a clear cut choice. That's we about to serve the Lord. I don't know what y'all about to do. You know, y'all can damn sure come over here, but if y'all want to stay over there and worship idols and do it, we gonna serve the Lord, man. And that's the same mindset that we're as men of the Lord are to have today. We're serving the Lord, man. We don't care about the real QA. Get Bob Kasha. Then we get back into Baruch, 2nd Ezra 15, and I believe like verse 3 or 4. You know, we don't care if people hate us for this word. We don't care, you know, if people slander us for this word or whatever, man, because we know that the words of the Most High are true. Matter of fact, start from 2. Yeah, I think read to like about 4 or 5.
Yeah. 2nd Ezra 15 and 2. Well, yes. 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yeah, it says,
behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
And who is the Lord's people? These people on his sign. The Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans today. It says, speak into their ears the words of prophecy, the things that are going to come to pass. You know, which when we came out here, we first mentioned that YAHAWASHI he's going to save a certain elect of these people. He's also going to destroy this place. These are prophecies. You know, the RFID chip, this is a prophecy. These are things that are coming to pass. It says, speak to our people.
Which I will put in their mouth, saith the Lord.
And it's like, because these other nations that may walk by, they're going to hear it. You know, they're going to hear it, but we're not talking to you. You know, the Most High made it to where you're going to hear that word, but you know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, it's for them to hear, to condemn them.
The scripture said, I condemn it.
It's for them to know what's coming, so that you got your judgment as well. You may not be a part of this, but you're a part of this. Everybody going to take their parts. Everybody going to have their place in the kingdom of heaven, whether it's in a servitude role or a ruling class role. And even within both of those, it's going to be levels, because Esau is going to be on the very bottom. But you're going to have the other nations that are going to be taskmasters over them, that's going to be working in the household. You're going to have Israelites that are going to be wealthy, and you're going to have Israelites that are going to be, you know, on a whole nother level above wealthy. You know, the men of the Lord.
Everybody's going to have their portion.
Exactly. Everybody's going to have their portion, which they gain from this life. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, yes, that speak against thee.
Yeah, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. You know, because a lot of really don't know, like we mentioned, no credit goes to us. But as we teach this word, people always have some type of backlash or slanderous things to say about the things that we teach, maybe about the way that we wear according to the scriptures. But it says, fear not the imaginations or and the incredulity of them that speak against you, man. They don't give the Lord credit. They don't give the scriptures credit. Because what they see right now is, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You see cars, you see all these different things, you give these things credit. But it says, fear not the incredulity of these people that speak against this word, man. Because the word, we just read in verse 2, the word of the Most High is sure, man. write it on paper for their faithful and true. So we don't care about the incredulity. That's what the Most High said. Don't worry about that, man. You just continue to do what I told you to do. And I'm gonna give you the rest, as it says in what was that, Matthew, I believe, 6 and 13. You know, I'm trying to find my scripture. I think it's 6 and 13, where it says, I'm not gonna get it, but it says, seek you the kingdom of the Most High, and all these other things will be added unto you. Don't worry about nothing else. Which that was specifically talking about raiment and eating, but that's what everything. As long as we trust in the word, we straight, man. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, we straight, man. Alright, so yeah, jumping down. Back to the group.
Chapter 2, verse 2, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter.
Which is, this is going into, what is this correlating to? This is correlating to Jacob's trouble. Because in Jacob's trouble, you're going to have these things. You're going to have, as it says in Matthew, it says this should be a time like never before. You know, and also tells you in the scriptures that cannibalism will come back. You know, as it was back then, and when we where there's a dearth. What time was that? During
Kings.
During Kings. You know, where they brought the child to the king, and he said, "Well, why don't you split the baby in two?" Because one of the ladies, her baby had got eaten by the other one. Man, that's coming back. That's coming back to this day and age, man. It's just a matter of time before it does, but it is going to come because the word is faithful and true, man. I'm going to keep reiterating that throughout this throughout this segment, so to speak. The words of the Most High are faithful and true, man.
You had the account where the two women, is that the same account?
Yeah.
Where
one ate the other's child, or one ate her child, and then she tried to get the other one.
She hit the other one?
Yeah.
She hit her child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had another point you want to get on it.
No. I just was making sure because there was something else I wanted to. No, this cool. Verse 4. Verse 4. Moreover, he had delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are around about us.
Yeah, why? Because we went off, man. It says we're in these current captivities throughout the world, man. That's why you have Jake everywhere. And guess what? We're under subjection to these heathen nations, man. It says that in Isaiah that the Most High is going to scatter us abroad for our iniquities against them, man.
Right. You can't name a place where we are on time. What fucking Liberia? You got a bunch of niggas from America that wanted to go back to Africa, and they got a country in Liberia. You think you liberated in Liberia? Where fucking the goops come in, the Chinese come in, and they pay you fucking pennies on the dollar for gold and diamonds and all the minerals. Man, come on, man. Get out of here with that whackness. You got everybody in Latin America in poverty, the most crime-ridden places. Nigga, imagine Chicago as a country. That's called Venezuela. Chicago as a country. You know, Costa Rica. These places are, you know, you might go down there and you're American, and you might get kidnapped and ransomed. These people will run up on you and don't care because they hungry. They've been oppressed. The American government come in, they put their puppets up, or the governments that they have is crooked. These are oil-rich countries where everybody should be living in wealth, but that's not so. There's so many minerals, so many natural herbs and vegetables that they can grow and export down there, but why are they living on the bottom? Because they're not meant to be on top. Because we're all going through this at the same time.
is Ezekiel 36:16. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries. According to their way and according to their doings, I judged them. You know, so that just backing up the point or the scripture that we just read. The Most High spread us out throughout these countries, and that's why. We wanted to, it says what? I'll read it again. It says, wherefore I poured my fury out upon them for the blood they shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they polluted it, man. They polluted the land by worshiping idols. They did that back during the times of Moses when they made their calf, man. Worshiping idols. Because they got impatient. Or they needed something physical to touch, man. And that's exactly why we're in this state throughout the four corners of the earth right now. We're all throughout the world, man. Hence, that's why you have the confusion of faces. You know, but we're not gonna get into that. Just making that point that why we were dispersed. So we can get back into that.
It says, moreover, he had delivered unto them, so he had delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are around about us, to be as a reproach and desolation among the people round about.
You know why? Because these nations, they know who we are. They know that we're the people of the Most High. That's why we're reproaches. And it says that in the scriptures, are these the people of the Most High? Are these the, you know, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon when they were ridiculing us? Are these the people of the Most High? Yeah, we are the people of the Most High. We're just serving out our punishment right now, man.
It says, to be as a reproach and a desolation among all the people around about, where the Lord has scattered them. Thus we were cast down and not exalted, because we had sinned against the Lord our power.
That's why we're at an all-time low right now as a nation. Because, hey, like we read in Isaiah, the 30th chapter, we chose another covering, not of the Most High Spirit. So the Most High he's punishing us for that. He's punished us and is punishing us for it.
If I could add on, I was walking up like, you know, I was questioning my spirit, saying, you know, I wonder, you know, if I'm spiritually connected, because sometimes you do lessons and it'll roll right into it. And here it is. That's how the lesson rolled into it, because I was going into something via through like just appreciating the truth. You know what I'm saying? And what it rolls into was toward the end of the lesson, you know, the spirit hit me. The spirit hit me saying, look, man, you know, when you come into this truth, you're supposed to chase the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is supposed to chase you. People come in this truth expecting prophets to dress it up how you want to eat it and make the plate how you want to eat it. And as I say in the lesson, look, man, the scripture says, unto the Jew I became a Jew, unto the Greek I became a Greek, unto those that are not under law, as though not under law, but not under law as far as speak. So what that means is that I am teaching you to where you can understand, not to how you like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking your language so you can understand what the scriptures are saying, not to make you feel good. So if our woman coming up, we bringing out all scriptures to glorify women and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We basically tell you, look, this is how you can make it. All right, you're a woman, so this is what you need to do. All you really need to do is keep the laws and really just keep the laws, man, and have faith in the Most High that He's going to come the second coming, because a man's job is really with the prophet, dealing with the prophecies. All right? Now, he's supposed to know the prophecies as far as acknowledge that the Lord's coming back and things like that. But a woman's job is to be acknowledging the laws. But we're not going to be like, yeah, you know you're a princess, right? Well, you know you need to be like this. And no, man, you need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You need to follow the will of the Most High. He's coming again. All right? So we're speaking your language to something that you can understand.
So 1 Corinthians 3:1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach.
Yeah, because unto babes, to where we speaking to you so we can sue. That's the whole point, man. We're not out here to bash and to destroy people's ego and confidence and to show you how much we know and how much you don't. It's like, yo, when we sit there and and it sounds condescending, we telling you like, you're gonna get fucked up if you do this. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother's going into, like you wonder why we're in this condition. It's because you came, the mindset about people today is that they come in this truth thinking the truth's supposed to adjust around them, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a family and you expect this truth to not talk about your family. So that's why niggas are into Egyptology. That's why niggas are into all these kind of things, man, because they want somebody to stroke their ego. Like when I come and become a part of your church, that it's supposed to be a big thing. No, it's, nigga, you're supposed to appreciate being here, man. You're supposed to be, like I said, man, you're supposed to be, niggas sit down and expect the usher to beg them to stay for the next service. No, you should be asking the usher, can you stay for the next service, man? They expect the usher to be like, man, hey, please stay, man. It's gonna get hot, it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? That hot fire. You know?
Get that hot fire for you, that hot fire.
Yeah, but if you really want it, you're gonna be like, hey man, can I stay one more time? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Can I stay? Can I stay? Oh yeah, oh fucking right. You know what I'm saying? The usher gonna be like, damn man, he want it, man. This truth ain't for you to, somebody to beg you, call you. I had that quagmire when I was, you know, younger in the spirit, man, to where brothers would come up and then they don't make them phone calls. They don't do the things that they're supposed to do. And sometimes I was questioning like, man, am I being like too neglected of the flock? But then, you know, after asking around and even the spirit, like, nah, man, look how you got it. You got up off your ass and you went and got it, man. Alright? Now these other doctrines are gonna come to you because they need you to live, man. Because they're non-existent without you. You know? Egyptology is non-existent. Egypt gone. We were talking about the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. Now you lost. Y'all lost. You just another kingdom that lost, and it's non-existent. Esau took it over. In order for it to exist, they need you. So they're gonna tell you, look, brother, you gotta come into us. It's like, nah, man, not here. Once we tell you the truth, we would love for brothers to come in the fold, but we're not gonna pull nobody in that don't wanna be here, man. You know? And that's just how it is, and we're not talking about only talking about within us, but we're talking about within the ministry of the Most High. And that's the problem, is Jake that think that the Lord is supposed to come in and say, he already gave up his son, man. You know? And y'all still like, what you gonna do for me? Like, nigga, you a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You look, gonna destroy your ass right now, man. You know? When your raggedy ass grandma died from whatever, from diabetes or whatever, from eating all that pork, and you questioning the Most High when she should have been doing what she's supposed to do. Or your ass incarcerated because you want, you know, do illegal acts when you're supposed to be doing the works of the Lord, man. Being a piece of shit to society, you know, and now you want to question the Lord's existence, and now you want to go to Islam because the Lord ain't answer your prayers. You don't need your prayers answered. You don't work, you don't eat. You know? And that's a fucking narcissistic mentality in that new ass spirit, man. Okay? Well, you gotta like cursing and shit. Oh man, how you expect me to get the truth if you cursing? Nigga, look, man. If somebody give you a plate of food and you ain't eating days, man, and your ass allergic to green peas, you gonna slap that shit to the side and eat the food, man. So if curse words are allergy to you, you're just gonna block that shit out. Like, well, I don't curse, but what he's saying is spot on, man. I need to eat. His plate, everything he presents might be everything I want, but I still need it. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to come here like you need the Most High, not like he need you. That's the problem. Niggas come in and they think they go to something that they feel needs them. That's why women are into that, oh, I'm a God, because they feel like, oh, you need me. They're into Egyptology and Islam because they feel like you need me, like the nation of Islam. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like a nation of a belief. I'm a part of something and it needs me to exist. All right? Even the nation of Israel don't exist without the Most High. The Most High gonna wipe us out and start a new nation, man. You know,
Moses.
how many niggas would be in Islam if yeah, like he said, he told Moses, man. How many niggas would be in the nation of Islam and knowing that that fake ass guy would tell you, look, nigga, if you don't do everything I tell you like this, you out of here, and I just start up a new nation. Now, I don't want to be a part of something like that. That's because you think it is about you, man. Right? Truth is about truth. Okay? About the fact that it's a reality. You know what I'm saying? Not the fact that how you want it to be, but it's because of the fact that it's a reality. Truth is the fact that, yeah, you want to be rich, but look, you're broke because of this. And this is how you get rich. Oh yeah, why you gonna talk about me? You're supposed to tell me, lift me up, man. Come on, brother. You know?
Right. Truth doesn't need, you know, you to try to come and prove it extra or whatever. It just is. It exists by itself. You know, 2 + 2 is always going to be 4. It don't need me to have to come over here and explain how it is 4. It just is 4, and it's always going to be 4.
And one thing about truth that's utilized and underutilized is the solution. All right, what's the solution to the matter? Like the brother said, it's truth is truth. Now you can be disrespectful with the truth, or you can be destructive with constructive. The fact is, what is the solution? Our solution is to bid them to the marriage, is to bid them to the gospel. Okay, so we're gonna speak the truth according to that manner, man. All right, we ain't gonna give somebody when they first come up and say, hey, you know, all Israelites gonna be saved, right? You know what I'm saying? Not all Israelites, but you know, all Israelites gonna make it into the kingdom of heaven, right? I ain't gonna just tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know that every spirit goes up to heaven, just pop that on you, and you don't even know that you're an Israelite yet?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to be according to the prophecies, man. You know?
This is back in Baruch, chapter 2. I'm going to start back at the top of 5. It says, thus we were cast down and not exalted, because we have sinned against the Lord our power, and have not been obedient to his voice.
Not been obedient to it, which comes to what? It comes to the scriptures by way of the holy prophets that he has sent from the beginning of time. You know, the prophets have always been around, man. This word has always been around. Just like they mentioned with the brother Kawari up in the Des Moines said, this word is repetitive. You're gonna keep hearing it. It's the same word that's been being taught by the prophets, man. Ain't diminished from one word, ain't added up to it. Teaching the word exactly how it is, man.
Yeah, niggas be wanting that new shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like clothes and all that. It's repetitive, man. It's the same thing. Niggas want to hear about Mansa Musa and all this shit, but even though it's some new information, it's still an old ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just want to be on new shit. You know, what's the number of the day and shit? All that dumb ass shit, man. You know? What's the science?
Yeah, what's today's mathematics?
Yeah, what's today's mathematics? Like, nah, man, look. Man, it's about the truth. We here to get up out of here, man. We in a condition that the women ain't shit. 2/3 of niggas ain't shit. Esau ain't shit. He's a devil. The world is against us. The countries that we live in are against us. The men of the Lord are fighting the good fight of faith, and we're out here teaching. The nation don't like that. The nations don't like that. The gospel, the secrets of the gospel is hidden. We can't freely live and burn our oil the way we can. Like, we can't wear our garments to grocery stores. You know what I'm saying? We can't be an Israelite freely in a society. Our women's supposed to be treated to a standard. They're delicate women. They're supposed to be treated to a standard and live a certain way. That's the reality of the Bible. And right now, we can't even live in that reality. You got women that'll sit there and say, yeah, I'm with the 2-woman thing, but what about me working? It's not our reality. You know what I'm saying? And us as men got to accept our reality that these women is not going to accept having two women in one household, because these hoes are hard-headed, man. These women are hard-headed. They're in that spiritual blockage state, man. You know? But if the Lord opens our mind, that's more power to you. But it's a shoot of the dice, man. You know?
I got a quick preset based off of the last preset saying that they had not been obedient to his voice. This is Proverbs chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And there's no new thing under the sun, man. There's no new thing under the sun. This word, the prophets have been saying these same things that we're saying, man. The things written aforetime were for our learning. This is the same word that we're teaching. And we got the same people amongst our nation that are disobedient to the word, man. We're right here where people reside at. Right here in the chief place of concourse. There's a lot of traffic that comes through here, and most of it is Jake.
And it says fools hate knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And fool is, it goes back to stupid and silly. But also it reminds me, the scripture says, you know, don't call a man fool. And that definition goes back to a person that's without the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? And those type of people that are without the Most High, they hate knowledge. They don't want to hear the knowledge of the Bible, man. They don't want to hear that, man. You know, it says fools hate knowledge. So we out here. How many fools are there? There's a lot more fools than there are righteous, man. Because we out here day week in, week out, teaching and ministering and doing the work to our best abilities. And just like a couple weeks ago, we out here teaching, studying, presenting information. All nigga gotta do is come out with a guitar and a piano and seats and chairs, gathering up before they even set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, all they didn't know we out here every week. You know what I'm saying? And they're just honk and drive by. They ain't gonna just listen to the music and drive by. Oh, that sounds nice, and then keep driving. Because niggas are simple, man. You know, and that's what niggas like to be entertained, man. They'll come out here and be yelling at people. We going back and forth. You get all the views when you are confrontational. You know? Making somebody laugh and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that goofy ass shit. If you can't eat this truth how it's made, man, it's not for you, man. You know? Nobody gotta kiss your ass, man.
Hey, this is like the brother brought out earlier in Joshua. It says, if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same exact thing. You want the, you know what I'm saying? Say you want to either worship these idols and continue to do what you do, or you going to, you know, in essence, eat this word and follow the Lord, man.
Yeah, you come in, you get this truth, man. You should appreciate the opportunity. Back in second Ezra chapter 9, man. You know, it says what it says, when they had liberty, they loathed the law. The people that didn't loathe the law, when they had liberty too, man. And it shows that how much you appreciate it, because when you got the time, like that song Fabulous did, man, the most important thing you can give a person is your time, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you take time out your day and stop and listen to somebody, that shows appreciation, man. It's true, sincere appreciation. Money ain't as important as time, man. Cause you can make a lot of money in a little bit of time, and you can lose twice as much in even shorter time. Alright? But time itself, you got people that like drug dealers and make all this money, then they go to jail and they have nothing. They had this money for years. Then you see them, they bums and shit. You're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Time is taking its toll on you. You know what I'm saying?
You can get money back, you can't get time back.
Yeah. Time is very valuable, man. That's the most important thing you can invest in something, man. You know? And you should, yeah, you should appreciate your time. You should utilize your time, man. You should be utilizing, watching videos. These brothers are studying and breaking down these precepts. Men out here teaching, you know, prophesying, putting a lot of energy, man. Laboring hard, man. You know, going through shit. Brothers ain't just out here and their life is straight, man. Brothers be out here, all kind of afflictions be happening. They children be sick. They don't know how they gonna pay their next bill. They woman stressing them out. Probably just got in a fight with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Still out here, man. Knowing that the whole world hates you. And you still come out here and talk and try to edify them and wake them up, man. You know, like I was out going back and forth with somebody, and they, you know, and I don't mention what I do via social media because, you know, I take it serious. I appreciate what I do for the flock, and for the you know, for the hopeful elect. So I don't sit there and throw it around like, oh, yeah, man, I'll be preaching. Because no, I'm out there preaching for the people, right? So there's an individual that knew what I did and was like, and then when I corrected him, it's like, man, you act like I don't do nothing for the people. I said, man, if you get paid for it, don't count, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a little bit amount of money. It's money. You know what I'm saying? I'll prophesy a whole lot more if it gave me some money. Not because I like money, because the time I spend at a job, I can spend more out here. So if I make the money, then, oh yeah, I'm clocking. The money and we need money to survive. So it's not saying that, okay, if I can make money, I'll do the work more. No, the fucking job is taking my time, man. You know what I'm saying?
If you gotta go spend 40 hours a week at work, and you can put those 40 hours into the gospel and get paid the same amount, why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't you guess? That's the most logical thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but Jake could take it and all right, so you want to get paid. If you get paid, you'll get lava, huh? No, man, I'm not saying that, okay? So time is a very important thing. So when you know, when brothers are teaching, when brothers got something to say, brothers got a word, and you give that person your time and you listen, then it shows real appreciation, okay? You don't gotta repeat everything I say to show me that you're listening, you know? So I got this precept. Let me read this.
Okay, go ahead.
2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 15. And the Lord Yahawah and the Lord Yahawah of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up B-time and sending, because he had compassion on his people.
And that B-times simply means early, man. Rising B-times and sending my people early.
And on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messages of the Most High and despised his word and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's why it says they mocked the prophets. You know, they what? They made fun of the word, or they made fun of maybe the way the prophets were dressed. You know, they didn't like the way the words being spoken, so they had some type of what's the word I'm looking for?
Animosity.
Not animosity. It'll come back to you. I'll stick with mocking, for lack of better words. You have all these things to say, and then when something comes down on you, the same word that these men was teaching you through YAHAWASHI is going to come upon you. And it's going to come upon you in a dramatic fashion, because the Most High is going to judge everybody. That's a beautiful account, man.
Yeah, it said the scorners delight in their scorning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, scoffers too.
Scoff, that's the word I wanted to say. Scoff.
I figured that's what you was going at, but
Why? That's beautiful.
yeah, I can finish this. Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Yeah, he stretched out his hand and no man regarded, man. And the reason why a lot of people don't accept the word is because they don't hear from God himself. So when you see a man like us, or the men that's around the world that's teaching the same word, you're not going to take too much account of it. You're not going to take it seriously because you can't judge me. You're not God.
Yeah, what makes a man not regard? You know what I'm saying? What makes them say, I don't need to pay attention? You think something else is more important? You yourself, your family, or whatever, man. But I guarantee you, when those evil times come, you're gonna see, and you're gonna know for a fact, because we're prophesying into the wind. We're on YouTube. You're hearing snippets of these celebrities and high people and the things we're saying come to pass, man. That's why people kind of sneaking in, getting closer, start, hitting you on your DMs, saying, hey man, yeah man, what you seeing, and sending you videos and shit that you seen like 5 years ago. Because why? Because it's starting to manifest, man. But they were scoffing and scorning years ago, man. And guess what? They were marked.
God.
So when they come back, we be like, hey, this nigga here you go. Or we be like, all right, he's finally coming around, man. You know, the Spirit had hope. You know, through the Spirit we marked you. We had hope for you. And we start finally coming around like, all right, man. You know, we ain't nobody, but the Lord trusts our judgment, man. Or else He wouldn't have bestowed us with this power, man. So when we say, hey, man, you know, ain't minister angels around us, we're like, man, you all right. When we say that, the angels be looking like, all right, yeah, you know, in a theory. Which they already know, but it's like we activate, and we activate each other. It's like freeze tag, but in reverse, man. You know?
Yeah, well, it ain't like the Most High was just handing the word to anybody, because everybody's not going to handle the word accurately. Trusted men, able men, men that keep the laws, men that follow YAHAWASHI.
Verse 25. But ye have said that not on my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Hey, like the brother, you got something else that's important. Something else in your life is more important than a man on the street corner telling you about yourself through the scriptures, telling you who you are, telling you the prophecies. You got more important things to worry about than that. Until things start coming to pass, then you're gonna be scrambling trying to find a man of the Lord.
Niggas be want to act deep, but you shallow-minded. If a nigga gotta wear a watch and some certain level money shoes, and you say, oh, I need to listen to him. You know, you a shallow-minded nigga, man. Because that don't display knowledge, that just display riches. Which, if you're not shallow-minded, it shows what you're really about. You're about money. Like the brother's talking about with the gold diggers and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Until you seen the money, you'll leave your car. Which is not logical. Because why? What's logical to you is really money, man. That's the thing you really appreciate. That's why the scripture said the flesh cannot fulfill the lust. The spirit cannot fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. You know, they're two and two against each other, man. You know. Yeah. BAHASHAM.
This I believe this is Galatians 5:16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other."
They're contrary one to the other. So if you all into one, you're not gonna magnify yourself or attract yourself to the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So that shows where your heart is, to where if you're seeking for the Lord and you see us and we're talking, you're gonna hear the things because you're looking for it, man. You know, you only look for it like they show them pictures when it's like a double arc. Like they showed a picture of a bunch of people raising their hands, but they drew it in a certain way, like a bunch of women, naked women, man. And it was like, oh, if you see pussy, then you supposed to be, you nasty. Like, no, I'm a dude, so I'm gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you a fucking old, happy, jolly gold, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna see that, man. You know, you wanna see what you wanna see.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was the whole purpose for you to draw that picture.
Yeah, ain't like you drew it specifically to make it happy people. You drew pussy. You just put dots on it and made it look like happy people, man. You know, I know what you drew first.
Right.
You know, let's say what came first, the
chicken or the egg?
Chicken or the egg. I knew what came first on that one. Naked bodies came first.
Right.
You know?
Pussy on the person, huh?
Yeah, the pussy on the person, you tweak it. You know? But in this society, Jake, they're niggas, so they hear yelling, they hear cursing. So that's the automatic thing that they hear first. They don't hear like, and thus said the Lord, and God said this, and this verse says that. You know what I'm saying? They don't hear that. They out there, they never say they out here cursing with Bibles in their hand. They never say they reading scriptures and cursing. They never say I'm breaking down scriptures. There's people out here that do give account and give witness to it. Most of them, they're generic statements that they curse with Bibles in their hand. You know, the Bibles are open half the time.
Right.
Really, all the time.
Right.
If one of us ain't got one open, the other one does, man.
Like we just run around slapping people with the scripture.
Yeah, we like this, yelling. This is basically what they're insinuating. We're just yelling.
Right.
That's that old preacher shit, man. You know, men of the Lord keep that thing tucked, man. Men of the Lord always keep a finger in there, man, like or something, you know.
It says, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that you would.
Yep. So that you would not do the things that you would. And let's get that Romans chapter 7. Alright? Because we're creatures subject unto vanity, man. You know, so we want to do good, but we're not built all the way up to do good. And you gotta know that. You gotta know yourself, man. You know? Scripture says, see that which is evil for thy life and give not that unto it. This whole battle is knowing yourself, man. You overcoming yourself. Because Esau, you can't control Esau and him being the devil. You can't control 2/3 about being a 2/3, but you're supposed to know about the wiles of the devil, man. And Jake just like blind, no armor on, just walking, getting the ass beat by Satan, man. Yeah, get it from the top. Chapter 7. That's hard to understand.
This is the book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
Yeah, sidebar, a woman is under the rule of the husband. Now in this society, in American society, our women believe that they can do what they want or talk how they want or they got equal say. You're under the law of the husband. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the husband say do, you're supposed to do it. You're under the law. That's like you do it with Esau. If Esau tell you wear a seatbelt, you put your seatbelt on whether you want to or not. Yeah, just like nigga with masks. A lot of you don't want masks, but you still wear it because you can't break Esau's law.
Right.
But then when it comes to the law of the Most High, saying you're under the law of the man, I don't know about that. And then you try to bend it and say, oh, Jesus is my man, Jesus is my husband. And I know you got like 10 husbands, man.
So you cheat on Jesus with that nigga you fuck with?
Yeah. That means you're abstinent. You don't want no meat, man. Filthy.
Yeah, you commit adultery on Jesus.
Yeah, you commit adultery on the Lord, man. Because you're basically saying you're a eunuch at that point. Jesus is my man. You shouldn't even be attracted to it. You know? Because you're openly admitting that that's your dude. You're adultery.
It says, but if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of the husband.
Yeah, and that the husband that's talking about in that time is the Lord. Really, once the Lord died, we was loose from being bound to the law. Basically saying, you do this, you're dead. You do that, you're dead. Or you got a rap sheet about this high on you that should end everything. So what happened when the Lord was crucified, that freed us from that contract, man. But we were joined to the same contract, but it was just a new contract. That's like you got a cable bill from Cox, and you behind by like $2,000, and it's like, we're gonna throw that contract away. We're gonna write you a new contract. The bill is the same, everything's the same. You just got a new contract. I don't fuck this one up.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Jake thinks it's a new contract for free. Well, he's rewriting contracts. That's the contract. No, he just rewrote your contract. He nullified that one, and you got a new one. That don't mean go and tear this one and mess
Same
this bill up.
You know what I'm saying?
Same channels, yeah.
Ain't nothing new.
Well, you got the HBO and Cinemax, but it's not deviating from the other channels. You know what I'm saying? HBO and Cinemax is not something that's just totally different from the ESPN and all that. You got boxing on Fox, you got boxing on Showtime. There ain't no fucking different boxing. You know what I'm saying? The boxing is different. They biting each other on there and shit. You know? It's like, no, it's nothing changed, bro. It's just a little addition. The addition was you being able to get a new contract that you don't have to do the physical baptism, that you don't have to do, sacrifice animals and things like that, man. You know? Or I can't say new channels, same old channels. Let's say you got a new remote to get to the channels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got on demand now, basically.
But the way people do it, they'll take the new contract, but it's not even like it's that new contract. It's like it's a whole new service. Like you ain't even messing with Cox no more. Now you got Dish. You know, you going to a whole nother God. You done made it a whole new worship.
Yeah, but some niggas can't restore that contract. They just go, they don't get that. They think they're getting with Dish. They got that Arab nigga. Hello, they want to take this new dude. You fell for it. You know what I'm saying? They fell for TD Jakes and Preferable Dollars and Polites and all these other scoffers and false prophets, man. They fell for that prank call and that scam. And now you think you the shit because you got Dish, but you really ain't got that core, highly valued cable company, man. Which is the truth, man. You know?
It says, verse 3, so then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law.
Yeah, hey, if you're married to the Lord and you lusting after another man, you're an adulteress, man. You know? Like, you can't do that. You women out here just a fucking piece of shit, man. Because you just will never admit that you're wrong, and that's the main thing you gotta do in order to get redemption, man.
Yeah. Repent.
Yeah. You're lacking the main tool. You got a car with no gas in it, man.
It says, but if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Hamashiach, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto the Most High.
That's the same person. Hamashiach, YAHAWASHI, the one that was dead and was raised, is the same person. So you're not under a new law, but it's a new law. Alright? It's like you're not under a new moon, but it's a new moon. Okay? It's the same old moon, but it's renewed. It's a new phase of it. Alright? In this second, you're basically renewed to get out of the second death, man. The second phase of time. Alright? Yep.
So 1 John chapter 2 and verse 7 says, brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye have had from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. Again,
the old commandment is the words you heard from the beginning. Go ahead.
Again,
in the slide, you say, I write no new thing unto you, but I write a new thing unto you. Alright, go ahead.
Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, but darkness is past and the true light now shining.
Yeah, and that new thing was just a New Testament, but the Old Testament is not done away with. It just merged the two, it just put them together, man. Because if the Old Testament was done away with, why would the Lord quote Old Testament scriptures while he was living, man? That's redundant.
As it is written.
Yeah, as it is written, that shouldn't even be a statement, man. Like, because the Old Testament done away with, oh, I'm gonna pick and choose. What's the criteria? You know what I'm saying? So what was the criteria to say, I'm gonna throw this one away, I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna throw this one away, but I'm gonna keep this one. There's no criteria, basically, man.
Go back to Romans chapter 7 and verse 5. It says, for when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
Yeah. Let's say when we was under what?
It says, for when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, and the precept is passions. The passions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
Because without no law, there is no sin. So when you know that this is wrong, the passion to do it worketh in you. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like don't press that button. And you just want to press it, man, to see what it do.
Man, that's crazy because I was talking to the brother about a situation like that earlier. You know, we were playing the game and I said, man, don't, if he's on his defender, don't throw it to him. And I threw it anyways.
Yeah.
And of course it was an interception right there.
It's a temptation. It's like, you know, hindsight is 20/20. You know what I'm saying? You know logically everything you should do. But the temptation is still there. And it's not like it's a blatant, rebellious temptation. It's just the fact that the temptation is there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Cigarettes and smoking is a temptation for what it does. And even though the law say don't do it, it makes you like, you know, like why? So that's your flesh that worketh in you. That's not the spirit, man. Ain't nothing about the spirit that has you doing that, so that's why you gotta tap into the spirit. Now, if we're not whole to everything that's carnal, we just like, nope, you know, we're not strong like that, man. All right, but we're strong enough to where we are perfect in YAHAWASHI, man. Basically, we're able to do these laws. We're sincere. We're trying our damnness to get everything right, man. All right.
It says, but now we are delivered from the law, that being there wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. What shall we say then?
What that mean? Serving in newness of the spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. A prime example is with the circumcision. You had men that believed in YAHAWASHI and everything stands for. They believed in everything. They just wasn't circumcised, and they had more belief than the people that were circumcised. But you had Israelites that were circumcised and didn't want to accept them in sincerity, based off a physical transition. And that's not fair because you really believe. That's the oldness of the letter, was to be circumcised. The newness of the spirit is that faith. You're washed by the water of the word, man. All right, they repented, they did everything. You know, and that's what it's about. All right, it ain't about if you don't know about high holiday, oh, you ain't gonna make it. But the scripture says if you don't celebrate the Passover, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? But the scripture says that. But you wake up and you find out, or you miss it. But you striving for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Until death, and you doing your best that you're humanly able to do. That doesn't mean that you're out of here, man. You know?
Says, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? The Most High forbid.
Yeah, so as they say, if you miss a Passover and it says you're out of here, is that off? Considering that the Lord said, hey man, just as long as you keep trying. No, that's right, man. The more you do right, the better. You know?
Nay, I had not known sin but by the law.
Yeah, you ain't no wrong except somebody told you to do wrong. It's just that the Lord understands that we gonna fuck up. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a little leeway, man. A little climb back room, man. Let me see something. That's just like a running back. A loss of yardage, does that mean you suck? You know what I'm saying? Or if you keep having faith and you keep running like you're gonna get yardage, you know what I'm saying? That's a big difference to somebody just run backwards. You know? But you get the ball and just kneel. It's like, it's the same thing as him. It's like, no, but he actually tried to run, G. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference, man.
Effort.
Yeah, and that's that faith, the effort into putting into this ministry. It's more than just saying, I got it, I did this, I did that. It's more than that carnal part is what the Lord's saying, man. You gotta have that passion, you gotta have that zeal towards YAHAWASHI, man. And you gotta have knowledge, but the zeal, that goes thing with the, let's get that real quick. It says, the faith without works, not being there long, it says, 5,000 men, without me, and then it was like, you know, faith, I think it's Romans 8 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 3. It says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets, and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. And if by grace, then it is no more works.
So if it's by grace, then it's no more works, because they didn't do anything to be in that position. All right, it was a graceful thing. It was through grace of YAHAWASHI. So it's not about based off what you do. It's not based off if you circumcised or not, or if you celebrated the Pesach or not. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. All right, it's about if the Lord gave you the Spirit, man. All right, go ahead.
Otherwise, grace is no more grace.
Yeah, otherwise grace don't exist if it's all about what you do. That's just like if somebody got money to buy something, like if you got water, it ain't about how the grace of the river flows. If I got money to redirect that water, then grace is no more grace. It's about works then. So if how the river the water flow and the Lord birthed me in that area to get the fruits of the water, that's by the grace of the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
But if it be of works, then is it no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work.
Otherwise, work is no more work, because you gotta work when you get the grace. Otherwise, grace is no more grace, because you ain't doing nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of giving it to you? Or the grace is void if you're just gonna get that new contract and fuck it up again. Like, you should have just kept the old contract, nigga.
Yeah, this is Grace in the Strong's G5485. Charis, it says, grace, that which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace of speech. Getting down to the actual definition, it says, a spiritual condition of one governed by the Spirit, governed by power of divine grace, a token or proof of grace, benefit, a gift of grace, a benefit or bounty, thanks for benefits or services or favors.
A benefit, a bounty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come here. You know what I'm saying? A random pick, a lottery. That's grace. It's a bounty. Like, yo, hey, you, come here. For me? Yeah. And it's crazy that the Lord is doing that only to Israel, to be allowed into that, and they're like, I don't want to come if he can't come. This ain't no record deal. You know what I'm saying? He can't rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sign him, I came to sign you, G. Yeah, like this thing, I don't want to come in. My homies can't come. Like, fuck them niggas, man. I ain't pick them. It's only a spot for one person.
So the recompense or reward.
Yep, and it's a reward to get picked. Somebody picking you for ass whooping, you know? But they don't look alright.
Back in Romans chapter 7, in verse 7, it says, for I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence, for without the law sin was dead.
Yep, without the law sin was dead, man. Because without the wrongs and the rights, that's just like if your parent is not around, you can pretty much do what you want. If your parent don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? Demons, man. You're gonna get smoked by somebody. You know, pick your battles. You know? We ain't doing you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why you jiving up on us? They clearly ain't about that life to do that. A nigga that's about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pick no fight with no street nigga in a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in the gym and a nigga never been in the gym before, I don't want to spar, nah, bro. You know, I ain't gonna do you that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm in that mean mugging a nigga, he been in the gym first day and I've been in for 10 years. Like, come on, bring him in there.
Let me show you a thing or two.
You clearly ain't about that, cause you know what I'm saying. But that's niggas, man. You know, they just want to be stimulated. They want attention. You know, like nobody here. We're not. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're here, but
What you turn it up for?
yeah. Like, where's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do? like that's applicable to what we're doing. You know, hey, you can at least like say what we're saying is a lie or something. Like, give me some type of leverage. You know, like to say, oh, I get it. You're just out here yelling. You know, now what? You know, I don't know what you're yelling at me. You know.
There's, back in Romans chapter 7, in verse 9, it says, "For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died."
Yeah, I was a. What it said? Read that again. I was a what kind?
It says, "For I was alive without the law once."
I was alive without the law once. Basically, ignorance is bliss. You was living in a different world. Let's get that. I think it's in John. It's not 5 and 20. The lust of the world, pride, and life, and things like that.
First John 2 and 15, it says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world."
So when you're in the flesh, it's reverse. You know what I'm saying? You're loving the world. So it's like all that is. You know what I'm saying? The pride of life is in you. All that's in you, and then the opposite is out of you. So when Paul said, when I was without sin, when I was within sin, I was alive. And then when the law came, I died. Basically, that individual died, and you came out of that person, and then you became renewed into the new person. All right, within YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. So then it's like you was alive, you died, and then you came alive again into a different spectrum, man. Okay? It's almost like transporting into different atmospheres, man. You know? That's it.
Now back in Romans chapter 7 and verse 9, it says, "For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death."
Yep. So the commandment which was ordained to life, which is the law, statutes, commandments, and prophecies, and things like that, I found unto death, is because it basically cuts you off from being in the flesh, man. You know?
"For sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me, and by it slew me."
Yeah, so now you know better. You know what I'm saying? Now you know you're fucking up. Like, damn, hold up. It reminds me of damn, I don't forget this king now. It's not Asaph. But it's one of the 7 kings, the last 7 kings. But basically, he found the books of Moses. You know what I'm saying? When he found the books of Moses, he said the scripture said he was an upright man. But when he found the books of Moses, he had to rewrite and reorder everything in the kingdom, man. Because they was clearly doing things wrong. But the Lord said he was an upright man. So when the law was revived, he found the things that was slaying him, man.
It only makes sense because, if you're an upright dude, you're going to do what's right, to the best of your abilities. But if you're ignorant of the law, you can only do what you believe is right.
Yeah,
Once you find out those laws, then you're like, oh, okay, well, now you can realign and get in order, and then, build and go from there.
And what the Lord said, if it's good, isn't it good to whom that do it? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Basically,
right.
if you do good, is it not good? So if you're naturally, spiritually an upstanding person to do right, then if you're doing right, is that not right? You know what I'm saying?
The king that you're talking about is King Josiah.
Josiah, yeah. Yeah, you get it real quick.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, 22, verse 8. It says, and Hilkiah the high priest said unto Shaphan the scribe, I have found the book of the law in the house of the Lord Yahawah. And Hilkiah gave the book to Shaphan, and he read it. And Shaphan the scribe came to the king, and brought the king word again, and said, thy servants have gathered the money that was found in the house, and have delivered it into the hand of them that do the work, that have the oversight of the house of the Lord. And Shaphan the scribe shewed the king, saying, Hilkiah the priest hath delivered me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king. And it came to pass, when the king had heard the words of the book of the law, that he rent his clothes.
And it says before, when it first started describing the king, it says he was an upright man. But before that point, he was an upright man. But then when he heard the law, that book he read was the books of Moses. Then when he read it, he rent his clothes because he found out all the things that he was doing wrong, even though he was an upright man. So just because you're doing right don't mean you can't do more right. You know what I'm saying? A case in point, people find out, oh, I'm in the Lord. And they feel like they should be appreciated and applauded for that. The scripture said when you go to the Lord, you seek him 10 times more. You put forth all your strength, for even yet will you far exceed. Okay? It's an endless battle to fight for appreciation for the Most High. It's already bad enough. You can't say that you don't know how to do that because you do that to things in the world. You know what I'm saying? You do that with your job, you do that with your family, you do that with people in the world. You go sit outside in the line just to get Jordans, just to get appreciated by somebody. You ain't getting them because you like them. You know what I'm saying? Most people get them because they want somebody else to appreciate them. But you don't have that same energy for the Most High. That's evidence that you do. You know?
Then it says, verse 13, go ye, inquire of the Lord for me, and for the people, and for all Judah concerning the words of this book that is found. For great is the wrath of the Lord that is kindled against us.
That's a fact. That's why we should be fully persuaded, because great is the wrath of the Lord. Alright? Now we're genuinely, if you're the elect, or if you're spiritually inclined, you're gonna be like pre-programmed or predisposed to being an upright person. You're gonna have some moral about you. But once you start reading the scriptures, you're gonna say, oh, this is wrong and that is wrong. Because we got things that we were raised up with tendencies from how we were raised from our family to how we were raised from our parents or cousins, that we got habits. As the scriptures say, the Lord made man upright, but he sought out many inventions. So we got habits. And then when we read, it said, okay, that's wrong. I didn't know that was wrong. I thought that was totally fine. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you're an upright person. But the scriptures constantly hack at you as you go through this ministry. Alright?
It says, for great is the wrath of the Lord that is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book, to do according unto all that which is written concerning us.
Yes, what's wrong with doing what is written? Because people say, I said Old Testament. What is wrong with doing what is pleasing? What does the scripture say? Seek that which is well pleasing unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like if your parents say, oh, your room stink, you don't gotta clean it, and you say, well, I ain't gonna clean it, but I know if I clean it, they would like it. Why would you not clean the room if you're seeking that which is well pleasing unto the Most High? That's a fact.
Baruch 4:4 says, O Israel, happy are we, where the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
Things that are pleasing, and we know for a fact that the Bible is well pleasing. I can't fathom why people say, well, I feel like the Lord want me to do this. No, the Lord giving you a divine, inspired word to tell you what he likes and what he don't like. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship and somebody give you a book of saying, this is what I like and this is what I don't like, and you're trying to please that person, wouldn't you do the things that are written in the book? It's a manual to how to please them. But what people do is say, oh, nah, I'm going to do it how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You like your fettuccine, you don't like fettuccine, you like red pasta. That's how I feel about you. Or like, I don't want that. and you sitting there cooking, he's like, what's that smell? I hate that. Red pasta, I like fettuccine. And people think that what they're doing, such as praising different gods or living a different way, a prime example, letting everything that's wicked around you pass and saying, well, as long as I'm taking care of me and mine, everything around me can be wicked. That's wicked. Because the scripture in Ezekiel says you're supposed to tell everybody about their rights and wrongs, man. Because once you come into this ministry, your body is no longer for yourself. Your body is for the Lord, and the Lord set you to do a work for the flock out and about, man. All right? Again, this is not a narcissistic job here to where, oh, I'm saved. Look at me. No, you're going to be hated. You're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be mocked. And then on top of that, you got to go to the people that mock you and teach them. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was just, it says Ezekiel 3, how I'll send you to rebellious people.
Yeah, I'll send you to rebellious people. A hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Oh, y'all wearing dresses. Why you got that on? And this and that. Meanwhile, the Lord wore the exact same clothing. You know? And people are sealing their fate when they talk like that. So you got to watch your speech. Go back to Romans.
This is back to Romans chapter 7 and verse 11. It says, for sin taking occasion by the commandment deceived me, and by it slew me. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
Then where's the commandment? It's in the Old Testament. So everybody's saying the Old Testament done away with. Why is Paul saying after the Lord was crucified that the law is holy and the commandment's holy if the Old Testament's done away with? You know what I'm saying? You're making up, you want to serve God how you want to at that point. You're not serving him how you're supposed to. Alright? Go ahead.
I got to preach that. This is Psalm chapter 19, verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing at the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes.
Yeah, so the divine inspiration, like the brother, the elder told me a while ago, he said, you mean to tell me that the Lord came from heaven with the law down to planet Earth to give to us, and all of a sudden it's null and void, and somebody in the backyard could write a constitution and it's better than what the Lord divinely inspired to how humanity should operate? You gotta be crazy, man. Why would he take all that time to divinely tell us how to live and to say, you know what, I'm gonna scratch all that? No, man.
Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
The prophets is the prophecies. What's supposed to happen in the future. So you're talking about Isaiah, Jeremiah, and all those things, man.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Yep, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Okay? That's simple and plain. The Lord didn't come to destroy nothing, man. The baptism. That's not destroyed. You're baptized by the washing of the word. Sacrifice. That's not destroyed, because when you call upon his name, that's the same thing as sacrifice. Alright? So there's no abolishing anything. The law is still there, man.
It said not one jot or one tittle shall be done away with until all things be fulfilled.
That's right, you know.
This is back in Romans chapter 7, and
you could answer the question.
Just go ahead. Answer.
This is Romans 7 and verse 13. It says, was that then which is good made death unto me? The Most High forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good.
Yeah, the point of the law is like that, like, yo, we're gonna put it on Front Street, man. That it's off. That's the law, like blatant, like ain't no in between, or I wonder if that's wrong. It's like sin. This is bad, and you doing bad, and it destroy it, and now you know that you're better. You know what I'm saying? You're not wondering. It puts a line in the sand, man. You know?
It says that sin might. It says that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Yeah, we're in these bodies, man. We're niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not just blatantly niggas, but we're in these bodies that have that nigga nature. And the law is telling us, like, no, man. You see a big ass, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look. Society makes it like you're not supposed to look. You know, bitch got no bra and she got nipples and shit, and I'm supposed to be like, I'm not looking at nipples. You know, I have control of myself. No, I have to be like, man, that's off. I'ma look naturally in the flesh like, that's some titties. Because the flesh that works in me is gonna look at it. But the law says, don't lust over a woman. If you lust over a woman that has a husband, that's adultery. So you don't know, so now it's like you gotta kind of control yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, don't lust after a woman after her beauty. You gotta check yourself. But your, what did it say? I know how to bridle my tongue. You gotta know how to bridle your body, man.
Keep under my body.
Yeah, keep under my body. Why you gotta keep under your body if you naturally gonna do good? Why you gotta keep yourself under control? Control of what? You should. It's like a dog. You don't need no leash, no gate, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? If the dog was fully under control, man. I know a dog is not under control. That's why you put a leash on him. Or that's why they have gates. Or that's why you give them commands. Sit, stop. The dog will run off. You see a car. Ah! You know what I'm saying? You gotta, hey, come back here. Even if that dog listens, its instincts is to chase the car. You know, but we're basically the law of the Most High saying, come here, sit. Why would you chase? And the dog will be like, oh fuck. So that's us dying, that's just hacking away at us, man. That's how I feel, like the dog feels, like, damn, why did I do that? That was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It says, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I.
So he's basically saying he's going off and he's not trying to, man. He's not intentionally doing it. Okay? Go ahead.
If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Yeah, so it's you know that the law is good. You're a good, upstanding person biblically now. And then when you mess up, you know it's not true, but the sin that's in you, man, at that point, that ain't you no more. It's like I repented, I'm trying to do right, then when you do something wrong, like fuck, and the Lord like, that ain't true, that's just that little nigga in you right now, man. Because right now you need to be good, alright?
That's what the scriptures say. The Most High have to remember we are the flesh. That's why His mercy and grace is sufficient unto us. You know, because we, like the brother said, we gonna mess up, man.
That's why grace existed, because we like you said, we're gonna fuck up. Grace had to exist, because we ain't gonna get it. Lord, like, these niggas ain't gonna get it. Like, they gonna die, everybody, even the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Because they all fuck ups, and they're good though. So I'm gonna have to put grace up in here to, you know, this mercy rule, man. Where it's like, oh man, how come he get it? It's like, grace rules, you know?
It says, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not.
Man, so the will is present in you. It's like, I want to do it. I done woke up plenty of days of like, I'm gonna get up for work, I'm gonna hit that first alarm, I got that will, but when you wake up, you be tired, like, fuck, I can just, let me just, you know, one more time.
5 minutes turned into a whole hour.
Yeah, now you're rushing to work.
one time instead of me later time.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't want to go to work and nigga be like, damn, bro, you late again? Like, you know, it takes discipline, of course, but it's not your will. It's not like you want to show up late, show up at a bad time. That's stupid. Like, you know, I'm not sure. Wait on purpose, unless you're looking for destruction. No, you going there like, I gotta go right this time, man. You know? Like this nigga always say, going to work like I'm gonna fuck it up and then I'm gonna kill it about 15 minutes in, like, fuck that shit, man. That flesh keep over, man. You know? Because you know what you're walking into. It's like your 18th day or your second year or whatever. No, but once you go through start taking over. The boss that said something, girl that did something, somebody break you out on time, or you know what I'm saying? And it's just,
Man.
you know.
Yeah.
and the more you grow, the more you're able to control those different diasporas, you know, to where you can got control over yourself, man, to where people don't get to you like that. And that's the fight that we're going through, you know what I'm saying? But that grace is allowing us to continue to fight without it being so permanent or fucking up, man.
Says, for the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Yeah, that's that demon that, you know, can't say it's a demon, but it really is a demon. It's a malice in your heart, man. You know, it's not you, but it's a demon that's on you, that's snuck under your armor, man. You know.
Now,
and it happens. You know, it's gonna get there. You're not gonna do everything right, man. Because it says our righteousness is as filthy rags. You know, but that's not something that you should parade around. Something you should be ashamed of, and you should be trying to work harder. But you don't flex like you do everything right, knowing you a fuck up. You know, like the Zaquan Yashwama said, man, you follow me around, you think I'm a piece of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it happens to celebrities. People out here get on celebrities and shit. Well, fuck them first off. But people get on celebrities. Why would you do this? Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson and all these. And these niggas, this shit be happening every day. And like Tyson said, your life is just not under a microscope. Stop acting like you're perfect. My life is under a microscope. That's why you act like you can attack me the way you do. Yeah, you see everything. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard life to live, man, when everybody see everything you do, man. You can't wear a bad pair of shorts outside. You know what I'm saying? You can't even wear the wrong pair of shoes, man. You know, I done came outside, you know. Imagine you going to a car, you know, your woman coming groceries and you throwing shoes on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The kids take this picture,
right, paparazzi.
Yeah, shit. Your life over. That's how it is, man. And that's how people treat us, man. Any mistake we do on this platform, any mistake.
There's no context.
Yeah, no context. But then, when Christians are all over the board with wickedness, man. You know, vocab Christian. He's a Christian. They are nasty, man. Once one pope do something, that should trickle all the way down to every denomination. Because it's Christianity. Bam it. All y'all do it. All y'all pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? What's the nigga that got AIDS and died? Eddie Long. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that nigga name. The priest, the preacher.
Yeah.
The nigga was fucking the dude. Oh man, Eddie Longstroke.
That might be it.
Yeah. Bishop Eddie Long, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's all Baptist churches. Y'all gay. You know, fuck dudes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But niggas like, that ain't everybody. But then when it happens to us, you know why? Because they want to hate us, man. Just like they want to hate these celebrities because celebrities are things. They're doing things that people wish they could do, man. So they hate on them, man. You know, people hate winners, man. You know, I heard a battle rapper say that, man. People that are losers, they hate winners, bro. They hate that we won. All right, they hate that we're winning in the name of the Most High. They hate that we're coming together. We're not out here and doing all kind of nigga shit, and we're coming in unity and doing these things. They hate that, man. Esau hates that Jake is saying, "Hey, man, you know we need to link up because y'all ain't right." Esau doing all this shit about all this fucking up and killing niggas. They weren't addressing nothing. There wasn't no Blue Lives Matter, none of that. It was Black Lives Matter BS anyway, but it wasn't no Blue Lives Matter until our people started rallying up and saying we need to stick up for ourselves, man. Now it's like, Blue Lives Matter. Like, now all these years you had this idea. Why didn't you never say it? Why you got to say it off the emphasis of us saying we need to come together?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we never said nothing, you would just kept on doing evil, man. And Blue Lives Matter is just none of the avenue but to keep doing evil. You know? Somebody come on there and saying firefighters matter. Babies, newborns matter. You know? Come on your post every time and say that, you're gonna get offended, man. Your grandma dying like every other people's grandma's lives matter.
Young lives matter.
Watermelon lives matter.
That's fucked up.
Babies matter, you know? Like, why you out here yelling about your grandma? There's kids dying every day.
You never see the Water Lives Matter.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. All lives matter. What about them aborted lives, man? You know? Highest abortion rate on planet Earth, man, comes from the United States. Got a bunch of nasty holes, man.
Not just America, the world, Greg. The whole world. It says, I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
Yeah, when you do good, evil, Satan's always there, man, trying to knock you off, and you don't win every battle, man. Alright? It's not about the battle, it's about winning the war, man. You know, Peter didn't win every battle, but he won the war.
For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity of the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
From the body of this death, man. Like this body is just it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? This body is an off-man's body, man. I don't want to be looking for salvation to get out of here. It's salvation to get out of this damn body, man. You know, getting jealous, envious, angry, emotional. You know what I'm saying? Getting drunk and crying and shit. Fucking, irritated at weird shit.
You know what I'm saying? What they just say, you got the drinking and start listening to that Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
All of your feelings and shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
You get tired, man. You know? Fucking body ain't working how it's supposed to. Get up your back. God damn. You know what I'm saying? You know? I don't got no beard and shit. Your body is just, you get mad. Yeah, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. But this body, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this one. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no beard. Give me, I want that new one. Not only I want to be in a new land, I want that new body, man.
Lord, you gave me a body, you had no beard on it.
Like, wow. I come
Lord,
back,
the body
like,
you gave me got no beard on
it. In a mini box, like, you for real, G? No beard. Like, you gave, all these people gave beards. You ain't gonna give me one, G? I gave you a little stubble, though.
You gave me all this, you know what I'm saying? But you got that little pushback.
Hey, man, I was like, hey, man, get the spike this bitch real quick. Spike the fuck out that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. You know? So, yeah, we're gonna end it with that, you know? So that being said, we'll give all praises unto
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
We're gonna give double honors to our apostles who go wrong. We say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth sincerity. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.